What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to be reviewing the Apple iPad 3 event that just happened. It just ended, so let's go ahead and get to it. So Tim Cook walked on stage first. He said there's 362 retail stores opened, 110 million visitors in Q4 of 2011. Here's a look at the Grand Central Station store. Pretty amazing crowd there. And also, the next thing they talked about was iOS 5.1, which is going to be available today, so that's pretty cool, something to look forward to today. There's also 585,000 apps on the App Store, and there's over 100 million iCloud users. And also, there's going to be iTunes in the cloud, which now supports up to 1080p movies. So that led them into talking about the new Apple TV, which was rumored to come out, and it happened. It's going to be 1080p. It's going to have a new streamlined interface. It's going to start at $99, just like the previous one. And this will be available on March 16th. And you can pre-order it today if you would like. So here's some pictures of that. Pretty cool stuff. So now the next thing they talked about, they got to this really fast, the new iPad. And this is what they're labeling it as, the new iPad. It's not an iPad 3, it's not an iPad HD, it's the new iPad. So that's kind of interesting. Here's a look at it. Obviously all the rumors were true if you were watching the event on Engadget or whatever live blog. But here's some pictures. It's going to have a Retina display, and it's going to have 3.1 million pixels in it. It's going to have a 2048 by 1536 resolution. And that means that there's 1 million more pixels than an HD TV. So that's kind of intense, guys. It also has 44% better color saturation, and it also has the A5X chip that we saw some pictures of on the rumor sites and all that good stuff. And it is actually quad-core graphics, so that's pretty amazing stuff. Quad-core graphics in this iPad. Pretty interesting. And also they talked about a new iSight camera, which has 5 megapixel sensors on the back, an auto exposure, autofocus, 1080p video recording, and software stabilization, so your videos are silky smooth. And also they talked about voice dictation. Now they're not saying it's Siri, so we don't know if it's actually Siri or not, but it is voice dictation. And also the new iPad is going to have 4G LTE. They said it has amazing speeds. Here's some pictures of it right here. It's going to support Verizon LTE and AT&T LTE in the United States. And outside of the United States, it's going to support Rogers, Bell, Telus, and yeah, so this is what it's going to support outside of the US. Here's some pictures of the 4G in action and the carriers that it supports. So here's a little review of all the things they have. So what about battery life? Battery life is going to be 10 hours of beautiful battery life. Now it's going to keep the same 10 hours just like the iPad 2. And on 4G, if you're using 4G, it's going to have 9 hours, so 1 hour less. That's really not that bad, guys. So the thickness of this is going to be 9.2 millimeters thin, weighing 1.4 pounds. So that is slightly heavier than the iPad 2, but not a big deal. You get all these new features. Alrighty, so what about price point? Are they going to increase the price, or what are they going to do? Well, they're going to keep the price exactly the same, you guys. It's going to be $499 for a 16 gigabyte new iPad. And for 4G models, it's going to be the same price as the iPad 2 3G models, which is $629, $729, and $829 for 16 gigabytes and 32 gigabytes and 64 gigabytes respectively. When are you going to be able to get this iPad? Well, March 16th, pre-orders start today, so be on the lookout for those pre-orders. They might sell out extremely fast. So they did some demos of the iPad on stage, and the coolest one I think was Infinity Blade from Epic Games. They showed off the new game, Infinity Blade Dungeons, and it has more memory and screen resolution than an Xbox 360 or PS3. So that's going to tell you guys how intense this game is going to look on this iPad, this handheld device that you can use. Alrighty, guys, so the next thing they talked about were their iPad apps, all the apps that Apple creates. So they're going to have updates to Pages, Keynotes, Numbers, GarageBand, and there's a new iMovie. So the new iMovie is pretty cool. It has a new, it's a free update. It's $5. It's going to have a new icon. I'm not sure if there's much stuff included. It's going to have iCloud integrated with it and sharing note editors and all that cool stuff. So they also talked about a new application from iLife, which is iPhoto for the iPad. Now this is going to be a new photo editor for the iPad, not just a viewing device, but you can edit all your photos. Here's some pictures. So you have smart browsing, multi-touch editing, professional quality effects, brushes, photo beaming, which is pretty cool, and you also have a new bezel gesture. So apparently there's touch built into the bezel on this new iPad, and it supports up to 19 megapixel photos, so that's pretty cool, and you can also share through Facebook, Twitter, and etc. So this is going to be $5, and it's available today, so get your downloading going if you're a photographer. Now here's just a picture of the new iPad. It looks exactly the same as the iPad 2, so no differences except for the screen and maybe a little bit bigger camera. They also talked about the iPad 2. It's going to stay on sale for $399, so $100 cheaper for a 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi version. Alright guys, so that is a wrap up of the new iPad event. So apparently they're calling it the new iPad, not the iPad 3, not the iPad HD, just the new iPad. And they have this little slide at the end here that says 2012. There's a lot to look forward to. So that's saying that they're going to have a lot of cool products in 2012, not just the iPad 3 or the new iPad. I can't get that. That's kind of a weird name. The new iPad. How are they going to label that? But alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of the recap of this new iPad event that they just had. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to be buying one of these, so look forward to that unboxing. And again, for the third time, I'll see you guys in the next video.